Provincial and parliamentary elections are drawing closer with each day. The Election Commission has amplified the monitoring of the implementation of the Election Code of Conduct. In all provinces, despite the term of provincial assemblies coming to an end, most people's representatives have refrained from returning state resources, while at the centre, the ruling coalition has continued to struggle in finalizing their election equation. Good morning, I'm Sapsanamma, and these are the headlines of the hour. The terms of provincial assemblies have come to an end, but people's representatives continue to use state resources. Election Commission amplifies monitoring of the implementation of Code of Conduct. Ruling coalition struggles in reaching consensus on allocation of seats. Efforts continue to find a common ground. Dissatisfied group holds sit-in protest at Congress office. Catastrophic floods reported in Florida, US. Hurricane Ian, identified as Category 4 storm, lands. Border authorities say 20 Cuban migrants are missing after their boat sank. And Sri Lanka defends its Sabah Championship title, defeating Maldives 72-59. Nepal limited to runners-up of the tournament once again. The term of provincial assemblies of all 7 provinces ended on the 18th this month. However, majority of their members, speakers, deputy speakers, parliamentary party leaders, deputy leaders and chief whips have continued to use state resources. 11 people elected representatives in Sudur Pashchim province have been using vehicles provided by the provincial government despite their term ending. Apart from CPN-UML whip Leeladhar Bhatta and CPN Unified Socialist Durga Kami, the others have yet to return their vehicles and laptops. At Province 1, Speaker Pradeep Bhandari and Deputy Saraswati Pokhrel have yet to return the government's vehicles. UML's parliamentary party leader Bhim Prasad Acharya, committee president Sita Thebe and Sarita Thapa also continue to enjoy state resources. In Lumini province, apart from UML whip Bhumishor Dhakal, rest of the others are yet to return resources provided by the government. In Bagmati province, Speaker, Deputy Speaker and a committee's president Rama Ale are the only ones who return their vehicles. Likewise, in Gandaki province, Janamorcha's whip Piari Thapa and Nepali Congress whip Omkala Gautam have submitted their vehicles. None of the members at Madhesh and Karnali provinces have yet to do so. Meanwhile, Chief Election Commissioner Dinesh Kumar Thapalia has said the term of any public official automatically comes to an end after they file for their candidacy for provincial and parliamentary elections. Speaking at a program in Nepalganj, Thapalia said the Commission is preparing to announce the vacancies for speakers, deputy speakers, lawmakers and National Assembly members soon. The Commission has also begun monitoring the implementation of the Election Code of Conduct. Now, the Election Commission's Code of Conduct for November 20 provincial and parliamentary elections has come into effect. As per the Code of Conduct, except for the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers and Ministers, other candidates will not be allowed to travel to their electoral constituencies for promotion campaigns. However, those allowed to do so have been barred from using government services and facilities during their visits. Local level officials and executive members have been prohibited from attending campaign programs. Only a maximum of 25 individuals can organize election campaigns and parties, and candidates can use a maximum of 10 party flags during their election-related assemblies, meet and greet and door-to-door campaigns. The use of national flag has been prohibited. Rallies and election-related assemblies must be concluded between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and parties and candidates have been prohibited from using children in their campaigns. The Election Commission is also said to strictly monitor the use of online social networking platforms. The 5-party ruling coalition is yet to reach a conclusion on the allocation of seats for the provincial and parliamentary elections. Meeting of the alliance held throughout the day yesterday at the official residence of the Prime Minister in Baluatar ended inconclusive. Separate parleys were held between the senior leaders of the coalition and Nepali Congress officials. Leaders of the coalition have claimed that the alliance has reached consensus regarding share of most of the 165 seats towards the lower house, while agreement is yet to be reached for a few constituencies. Now, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked people in several provinces what should be done to ensure the effective implementation of the Election Code of Conduct. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
नियम एकदम कडा हुनुपर्छ
जसले पालना गर्नुहुन्न उसलाई चाहिँ कारबाही गर्नुपर्छ
दलहरुको मुख्य दायित्व
त्यसलाई कडाई रूपमा अनुगमन पनि गर्नुपर्छ
Office bearers of Nepali Congress that leads the ruling alliance is currently holding discussion to address the issues raised by disgruntled intra-party faction that had staged a sit-in protest yesterday at the party headquarters, demanding for equal representation at the nearing November 20 elections. The meeting is being held at Prime Minister's official residence in Baluatar. The disgruntled faction led by leader Shekhar Koirala had held a program today as well to pile pressure on the leadership faction, which it alleges displayed monopoly in allocating seats for the candidates. The faction has said they had been underrepresented while forming the closed list of proportionate candidates and even for the leadership's preference for the direct category. The leadership faction has been claiming that the list was prepared with a consensus. Meanwhile, a meeting of CPN-UML's party secretariat has been called for 3 p.m. today at party chair KP Sharma Oli's residence in Balkot that is expected to dwell on the party's preparations for the upcoming polls and selection of candidates. There is an old trend among women of using medicines to delay menstruation during festive occasions. However, medical experts have cautioned consumers to carefully check the type of medicines they are taking, warning that it might invite long-term and serious health conditions.
Bhattrai has been compelled to take a medicine to delay her monthly period cycle so she can fully be a part of and enjoy the ongoing Dasai festival with her family. Saptari's Asmita Yadav has also taken a medicine to push her periods by at least 10 days to make sure she does not miss out on the Dasai ceremonies in her family. Sadly, after consuming the medicine, Ashmita experienced heightened blood pressure along with body and headaches. In the capital, Binda Gautam, who lives in Baneshwar, regularly relies on medicines to delay periods to what she says please her family. In the Hindu culture, periods of the monthly menstrual cycle is considered as unholy, and any female undergoing her period are barred from being part of religious activities. As a result, women like Sushmita, Ashmita and Binda frequent medical stores to get their temporary solution, and most of them do so without consultation with a doctor. Medical professionals say medicines as such tamper with hormonal balance and the consumer's regular period cycle. They can also result in high blood pressure, body aches, and also affect mental state of the consumer. Professionals further warn women with long-term ailment and those overweight should strictly avoid consuming such medicines, saying that it might result in cardiac arrests, ulcer, kidney, liver, and intestine-related ailments.
Nepal has been limited to runners-up once again at the South Asia Basketball Association Women's Basketball Championship. In the final held yesterday in Mali, defending champions Sri Lanka defeated Maldives 72-59 to defend their title, which meant Nepal would be limited to runners-up like it did back in 2016 edition of the tournament. In an earlier match held, Nepal had defeated Bhutan 65-26 yesterday to strengthen its hopes of lifting the title. Around 2 weeks remain for the 9th National Games. However, infrastructures for a few sports featuring at the mega event to be held in the Gandaki province from the 14th of October are yet to be prepared. With organizers, National Sports Council yet to release the budget, construction of infrastructures have failed to gain momentum. Men's and women's football under the games are to be played at the Goste ground in Pokhara Metropolis, Ward number 19, Lamachor. Despite the presence of the ground, there are no changing rooms and toilets for the athletes. While the National Sports Council had allocated 1 million rupees for the upgrading works of the ground, the amount has not been released. Meanwhile, there are no infrastructures to host men's and women's rugby in Bhandardik of Pokhara. Tennis, badminton, cricket, golf, weightlifting, archery, fencing and swimming share the same plight. Related sports associations have shared grievances regarding the Sports Council's delay in release of the funds. In its defense, the council has said that complications had existed because of beginning of the fiscal year and has assured no further delay in release of funds. Of the 36 sporting disciplines included in the games, most are to be held in Pokhara. Expectations of sports enthusiasts of witnessing new infrastructures for the games being held in the province after 39 years has met a sorry tale. And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what do you term the delay in construction of infrastructures for 9th National Games? Your options are A. Government indifference, B. Irresponsible organisers, and C. 11th hour syndrome. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.